The Seventh Amendment to the United States Constitution stands as one of the most historically significant, yet practically overlooked provisions in the Bill of Rights. This foundational principle of trial by one's peers became deeply embedded in English common law and was later carried to the American colonies. The amendment's more immediate origins trace back to fundamental tensions between colonial Americans and British rule. The suspension of jury trials was among the grievances listed in the Declaration of Independence against King George III. The colonists viewed jury trials not merely as a procedural safeguard, but as a cornerstone of republican government, a way for ordinary citizens to check governmental and judicial power, continuing the tradition established centuries earlier in the Magna Carta. As John Adams described the jury's role in government, as the Constitution requires that the popular branch of the legislature should have an absolute check, so as to put a peremptory negative upon every act of the government, it requires that the common people should have as complete a control, as decisive a negative, in every judgment of a court of judicature. The Seventh Amendment reads, "In suits at common law, where the value in controversy shall exceed $20, the right of trial by jury shall be preserved, and no fact tried by a jury shall be otherwise re-examined in any court of the United States than according to the rules of the common law." When the Constitution was first drafted, it included provisions for jury trials in criminal cases, but omitted protections for civil matters. This omission became a rallying point for anti-federalists during the ratification debates, who argued that without jury trials in civil cases, citizens would be at the mercy of potentially biased federal judges. James Madison, responding to these concerns, introduced 19 proposed amendments to the Constitution in 1789. Congress sent 12 to the states for ratification, and 10 of these became the Bill of Rights, including the Seventh Amendment. The amendment's language was carefully crafted to preserve existing common law tradition while establishing clear federal standards. The $20 threshold was not arbitrary. In 1791, $20 represented substantial purchasing power, equivalent to several $100s today. This amount ensured that the right to jury trial would apply to significant disputes while preventing the federal court system from being overwhelmed by trivial cases. This dollar value has never been changed, creating a paradox. While the Constitution guarantees jury trials for disputes over $20, federal law requires the disputed amount exceed $75,000 for most cases to be heard in federal court under diversity jurisdiction.